Have you ever jolted awake in the middle of the night, clutching your leg in agony as a cramp twists your muscles into knots? That sharp, searing pain, it's not just frustrating, it's downright exhausting, isn't it? If you're over 60 like so many of us, those leg cramps might feel like an unwelcome guest, stealing your sleep, sapping your energy, and making even a short walk around the house feel like a battle. I get it. I've been there too, tossing and turning, wondering why my body won't give me a break. But here's the good news, my friends. You don't have to live with that ache any longer. In today's video from Wise Years, I'm spilling the beans on 3 simple, everyday foods that can kick those cramps to the curb, soothe your tired legs, and bring back that spring in your step. Imagine waking up refreshed, moving with ease, and feeling strong again. Doesn't that sound like a dream worth chasing? Today we're diving into a topic that hits close to home for so many of us: leg cramps. They're not just a nuisance, they can rob you of precious moments, whether it's a peaceful night's sleep or a stroll with your grandkids. But don't worry, I've got your back. These 3 foods aren't fancy or hard to find. They're right there in your kitchen, ready to work their magic. All right, Wise Years. Family, let's kick things off with our first hero, eggs. A tiny superfood that packs a mighty punch for your muscles. I mean, who'd have thought something so simple, something you've probably got sitting in your fridge right now, could be a game changer for those nagging leg cramps? Eggs aren't just for breakfast anymore. They're like a secret weapon for keeping your legs happy and strong. Picture this. You crack one open, and inside is a little powerhouse ready to ease your aches and bring some peace back to your nights. Ready to see how? Let's crack into it together. First up, eggs are loaded with protein, 6 grams in every single one. Now, why does that matter? Well, as we hit our 60s and beyond, our muscles start wearing down a bit, like an old pair of jeans fraying at the edges. That's where protein swoops in like a trusty repair crew. Those 6 grams help patch up your muscle fibers after a long day, whether you've been chasing grandkids around the yard or just shuffling to the mailbox. Less muscle fatigue means fewer cramps sneaking up on you. I've felt that heaviness in my legs after a busy day, and trust me, knowing eggs can lighten that load feels like a warm hug from the inside out. Next, there's vitamin D, about 40 IU per egg, and it's a quiet hero for your legs. Think of it as the key that unlocks calcium, letting it soak into your bones and muscles to keep them steady. Without enough vitamin D, your legs can feel wobbly, and those cramps can strike like lightning. I used to wonder why my knees felt so stiff in the winter. Turns out I wasn't getting enough of this sunshine vitamin. Eggs give you a little boost, especially on those cloudy days when stepping outside feels like too much. It's like a gentle nudge to keep your muscles humming along smoothly. And then there's vitamin B12, another gem tucked inside that golden yolk. This one's all about your nerves, those little messengers telling your muscles when to move and when to relax. When B12 runs low, it's like the wires get crossed, and suddenly your legs cramping up out of nowhere. I've had those moments lying in bed, just drifting off, and then bam, my calf decides it's time for a midnight tantrum. Eggs step in to calm things down, keeping your nerves steady and those wild spasms at bay. It's science made simple. When your muscles lack protein, they're fragile. When vitamin D and B12 team up, they keep everything running like a well-oiled machine. So how do we make eggs work for us? Here's the easy part: practical tips you can start today. Try boiling 6 or 7 eggs at the beginning of the week. Pop them in the fridge, and you've got a grab-and-go snack for breakfast or even dinner. I love peeling one in the morning with a cup of coffee. It's quick, and my legs feel ready for the day. Want to amp up that vitamin D? Pair your egg with a dollop of yogurt or a piece of salmon. Your muscles will thank you twice over. And if cholesterol's a worry, maybe your doctor's given you that look, don't sweat it. Just use the whites. You'll still get that protein punch without the fuss. It's all about finding what fits your life. Here's a little story that hits close to home. My grandma, bless her heart, used to wake up every night with leg cramps that left her groaning. She'd hobble to the kitchen, rubbing her calves, and it broke my heart to see her struggle. Then we started adding eggs to her routine, just one a day, scrambled or boiled. Within a week, she was sleeping like a baby. No more midnight wake-ups. She'd smile and say, "Who knew an egg could be my knight in shining armor?" Seeing her relief, that sparkle back in her eyes, it's why I'm so excited to share this with you. Eggs aren't just food, they're a small step toward feeling stronger, steadier, and more like yourself. So let's get you in on this. How do you like your eggs boiled, sunny side up, or maybe scrambled with a little pepper? Drop your favorite way to enjoy them in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you make them your own. This is Wise Years. After all, we're here to swap stories and lift each other up. Stick around, because we've got 2 more cramp-busting foods coming your way. So, let's continue with a little connection. If leg cramps have ever left you groaning in the dark, drop a quick "me too" in the comments below. I'd love to know I'm not alone. And while you're at it, tell me where you're watching from today. Florida, Texas, maybe a cozy cabin up north? All right, Wise Years. Friends, we're moving on to our next star. Bananas, the natural savior for your weary legs. If eggs are the muscle-mending heroes, then bananas are the gentle rescuers swooping in to hush those cramps and bring sweet relief. I mean, who doesn't love a banana? They're soft, sweet, and sitting right there on your counter, ready to work wonders. Imagine this. You're winding down after a long day, maybe watching the sunset from your porch, and instead of dreading that familiar leg twinge, you feel calm, steady, and oh so comforted. That's the magic of bananas, and I can't wait to share why they're a must for us over 60. Let's start with the big one, potassium. Every banana delivers a whopping 420 milligrams of it. Think of that as the peacekeeper for your muscles. When potassium runs low, your legs can turn into a jittery mess, twitching and cramping like they've got a mind of their own. I've had nights where my calf just wouldn't settle, like it was throwing a fit at 2 a.m. Potassium steps in to calm the chaos, keeping your muscles relaxed and in rhythm. It's especially a lifesaver for those nighttime cramps that jolt you awake when you least expect it. One bite of a banana, and it's like sending a soothing signal. Relax, we've got this. Then there's magnesium, 32 milligrams per banana, and it's like a warm bath for your muscles. After a day of standing in the kitchen or shuffling around the garden, your legs can feel tight, almost brittle. Magnesium eases that tension, loosening things up so you're not hobbling around like you've just run a marathon. I used to feel that stiffness creeping in after a busy afternoon. Now I know a banana can melt it away. It's a small gift from nature, keeping your muscles soft and happy when they need it most. And don't sleep on vitamin B6. It's the unsung hero in every banana, giving your nerves a little TLC. After 60, our nerves can get a bit frazzled, sending mixed signals that leave our legs spasming out of nowhere. B6 smooths things over, helping your muscles recover from the day's wear and tear. Picture it. You've been on your feet, maybe tending to the grandkids or pottering in the yard, and your legs are crying for a break. That banana's got your back, quietly rebuilding so you're ready for tomorrow. The science is simple. Low potassium sparks muscle tantrums, but bananas reload you fast, especially for those sneaky nighttime cramps. So how do we weave bananas into our lives? It's as easy as pie or, well, as easy as peeling a fruit. Aim for 1 or 2 a day. I love grabbing one with my morning coffee or saving one for a late snack. Here's a trick. Try eating half a banana about an hour before bed. It's like a lullaby for your legs, setting you up for a cramp-free sleep. Want to boost the effect? Pair it with a splash of coconut water. Those electrolytes team up like a dream to keep you hydrated and steady. And if you're watching your sugar, like some of us with diabetes, toss in a handful of nuts alongside it. That combo keeps your blood sugar happy while still fighting off cramps. It's all about what works for you. Now, here's a question to ponder. Did you know just one banana could transform your sleep? I didn't believe it either until I tried it myself. One night, after weeks of waking up with that awful leg grip, I ate half a banana before bed. Pure desperation, really. The next morning, I woke up feeling rested. No cramps, just peace. It was like a miracle in yellow. I've heard the same from friends. One lady down at the senior center swore it was her ticket to sleeping through the night again. Her grin when she told me, priceless. Bananas aren't just a snack. They're a lifeline to feeling lighter, freer, and more in control. Okay, Wise Years family, we've made it to our final champion. Nuts and seeds, tiny snacks that pack a super-sized punch. If eggs are the muscle healers and bananas are the cramp soothers, then nuts and seeds are the mighty little warriors keeping your legs strong and steady. I'm talking almonds, pistachios, walnuts, pumpkin seeds. These aren't just nibbles for the squirrels in your backyard. They're your ticket to kicking leg cramps to the curb. Imagine reaching for a handful while you're watching your favorite show, knowing each bite is quietly fighting off that ache you've been dreading. It's a small joy with big rewards, and I'm so excited to unpack this with you. Let's start with magnesium, the relaxation king. Just 1 ounce of almonds gives you 77 milligrams, while pumpkin seeds deliver a whopping 168 milligrams. That's like a spa day for your muscles. After 60, our legs can feel like they're wound up tight maybe from a day of gardening, walking the dog, or just keeping up with life. Magnesium swoops in to loosen those knots, calming your muscles so they don't clench up in protest. I used to feel that ache creeping into my calves after a busy afternoon. Now I know a sprinkle of seeds can melt it away like magic. It's that little boost that says, take it easy, you're covered. Then there's potassium, and pistachios are the stars here. 290 milligrams in an ounce. Potassium's your muscles' best buddy, keeping them flexing and relaxing just right. When it's low, your legs can turn into cranky rebels, cramping up at the worst times, like when you're trying to enjoy a quiet evening. I've had those moments, stretching out on the couch only to have my foot twist into a knot. Nuts like pistachios keep the peace, making sure your muscles play nice, even on your busiest days. And don't overlook the healthy fats, especially those omega-3s and walnuts. These are like a gentle river for your blood, helping it flow smoothly to every corner of your legs. Poor circulation can leave your calves feeling heavy and cranky, especially at night. I've noticed how sluggish my legs get in the winter. Those omega-3s and good fats from nuts like almonds or cashews perk things up, washing away that stiffness. The science is straightforward. Magnesium and potassium from nuts and seeds keep your muscles strong and your blood moving, cutting cramps down even when you're on the go. So, how do we bring these little powerhouses into our routine? It's as simple as a snap. Grab a handful a day, about 20 almonds or 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds. I love keeping a jar on the counter for a quick snack. Pairs perfectly with my afternoon tea. Want to mix it up? Sprinkle some over your salad or stir them into yogurt. Suddenly your lunch is a cramp-fighting feast. One tip: go for unsalted kinds. Too much salt can dry you out, and we want those legs hydrated and happy. It's an easy swap that feels like a treat, not a chore. Here's a story that warms my heart. A buddy of mine, Tom, hit 70 last year and was plagued by leg cramps every night like clockwork. He'd groan, "I can't even enjoy my Westerns anymore." Then he swapped out his salty chips for a handful of walnuts and pumpkin seeds. A week later, he called me up, practically beaming through the phone. "No cramps last night, I slept like a log." That grin in his voice, pure gold. It made me wonder, could this be your turning point too? One small change, one big win. So I've got to ask, are you ready to give it a shot? Nuts and seeds aren't just munchies. They're your allies in feeling lighter, livelier, and free from that leg cramp shadow. Here's the fun part. Wise Years crew. What's your go-to nut? Or seed almonds, walnuts, maybe pumpkin seeds? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to swap ideas and maybe even suggest a tasty twist to try. This is our space to share and grow. And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next as we wrap this up. Well, Wise Years family, we've just journeyed through a trio of cramp-busting heroes, and I'm so proud of us for getting here together. Let's take a moment to round them up. We've got eggs, the muscle-mending champs, packing protein and vitamins to keep your legs steady. Then there's bananas, our potassium-powered pals, soothing those nighttime twitches with every sweet bite. And finally, nuts and seeds, the mighty little magicians, delivering magnesium and good fats to keep your muscles relaxed and your blood flowing free. These aren't just foods, they're your ticket to lighter, happier legs every single day. Imagine stepping out of bed without that familiar ache, or drifting off to sleep without a worry. Doesn't that feel like a victory worth celebrating? Now I know what you might be thinking. This sounds great, but where do I start? Don't worry, I've got a simple plan to make this real for you, starting this very week. Picture this as your little Wise Years roadmap to cramp-free living. First, grab 6 eggs and boil them up, maybe Sunday afternoon while you're listening to the radio. Pop them in the fridge, and you've got breakfast or a quick snack ready to go. Next, swing by the store for 7 bananas, nothing fancy. Just those golden goodies waiting to save your nights. And while you're at it, pick up a small jar of nuts or seeds, almonds, walnuts, whatever calls to you. Keep it handy on the counter for a tasty pick-me-up. Here's how to weave them in. Crack an egg in the morning, maybe with a slice of toast or a dab of butter, to kickstart your day with strength. Come evening, peel a banana half before bed. Works wonders to hush those legs into sweet dreams. And throughout the day, grab a handful of nuts or seeds, perfect while you're reading the paper or watching the grandkids play. One last trick. Sip 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. It's like the glue that ties it all together, keeping your muscles hydrated and happy. That's it. No fuss, no stress, just small steps that add up to big relief. Listen, if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. After 60, you've earned the right to feel good, really good. You've raised families, built lives, weathered storms. You deserve to walk through your days with comfort and ease. These little changes, they're not just about dodging cramps. They're about reclaiming that spark, that freedom to enjoy every moment. So why not start today? You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain: stronger legs, better sleep, and a smile that says, "I've got this." Thanks for hanging out with us today at Wise Years. It means the world to have you here, sharing this space to make life after 60 absolutely wonderful. We're all about lifting each other up, one tip at a time. Don't forget to tap that bell icon, turn on notifications, so you never miss our next adventure together. I'll be back soon with more ways to keep you feeling your best. Until then, here's to you, wishing you a day free of cramps and full of joy. See you in the next video. Wise Years. Friends, take care.